So Trump's administration is starting to take shape. And there are a bunch of people on the left who are saying, oh my gosh, there's no black people. Ha ha ha, black men, you voted for this. And look, you have no representation. But you guys have one thing confused. You're assuming that we think like you, meaning we're more focused on representation compared to the actual ideals, policies, and beliefs of that candidate. People still focused on skin color have not actually ascended past that yet. I'll explain why focusing on skin color is stupid. But we all can agree that slavery was a horrible thing that happened in this country. How did most of the slaves get here? By ship. Okay, sure, by ship. But how did these white men actually get control of these slaves? Well, other black people with the same skin color in Africa would go capture these slaves and sell them to white men for things like textiles, guns, and alcohol. Those black people's same skin color looked much more alike than the white men did. So did their representation of skin color help them, the slaves who got sold? No, it didn't. Just because someone has your skin color does not mean they have your best interest in mind. Also, around 80 to 90% of black people who are murdered in this country are murdered by other black people. Doesn't seem like they had their best interest in mind. Like, you have to be able to get past looking at someone's skin color. The skin color is not very relevant, but many of us, when I say us, that have this skin color, have not ascended past that mindset of, oh, skin color is not that important. We need to get past that. So when we look at Trump's administration, we're not looking and saying, who has the representation that I have? That's not how we look at things. We look at that person's beliefs, their mindset, their history. Do we think they're going to advance the ideals that we want pushed forward in this country? Again, looking at skin color is stupid. Focusing on representation is dumb. But yeah, when you try to think about skin color, also think about all the slaves in Africa who were captured by other Africans and sold to white people for product. And there's a saying, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Ascend past focusing on the skin color.
You know, you gotta wonder what's going on in the world when people only care about the skin color of those people in Trump's cabinet. Yeah, you've got clefty, lefty black people complaining, whining in their liberal blue tears. Before we get into it, don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, watch the video to the end. Now, it's all over social media about how, wow, look at the people in Trump's cabinet. They're very white. You know, I don't care. I personally do not care. But the clefty lefties tend to care a whole lot. They rather see black people who don't actually do anything or than people who actually do something. We don't care. I mean, I'm sure he's going to have black people in the cabinet. There's going to be someone in some position. You've got some black Republicans out there that are super sharp, sharper than a tack, as we like to say in the South. But the thing about things on the conservative side, we care less about skin color than we do about actual policy. We want policy. There's plenty of qualified black people. There's plenty of qualified any kind of people. But Donald Trump is not going to pick someone because they are black. He's picking the person best suited for the job, irregardless of their ethnicity. And that's what we need to learn how to focus on. What are these people's policies? What do they stand for? Are they going to help me? Because as I've told you, Democrats don't do anything, no matter what kind of Democrat you got, blue, black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter because they're not going to actually do anything. They're not going to do anything. When I say they're not going to do anything, I mean it. That's what they do. They get paid to do nothing. Just keep the status quo, keep giving them just enough crumb so they could just be silent. And in the meantime, Illinois is turning purple under their nose because people are sick and tired of it. So let's see what they're talking about. And don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. Let's see what they're talking about here all over. It's talking about, so far these are Donald Trump's cabinet picks. No blacks. You know, we've got some women. Kristi Noem, Tulsi Gabbard. We have a person of Indian descent. We have Susie Wiles, Carolyn Levitt. So we have Elise Stefanik, and we have that. But we want qualifications, right, warriors? We don't care about color. I don't care about at real Donald Trump not selecting any Black people for his cabinet so far. Dr. King dreams to live in a nation where we will not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. Trump should pick the best nominees based on the results and character, not based on race. That would be racism. But people on the left side don't know that. They're so focused. Where are the Black people? Where are the Black people? I fully support President Trump's nominees. God bless. This person is Boyce Watkins. Trump has no Black people in his cabinet because he's not deeply connected to our cause. He has a lot of Black friends, just like any Democrat, but he's not here to serve our interests as a community. It's important that we realize that we know friends in the Democratic, or we have no friends in the Democratic or Republican parties. Maybe then we will build for ourselves. And I think it's just a matter of how people think. It is, because sometimes when you're a Black American, it's the first thing. And I'm going to be honest and very transparent with you. I want him to have one or two Black people, only so that the Democrats and lefty media can't use that to say he's racist again. I don't want them to have any ammunition. I don't really care personally, but I don't want them to have anything to dredge up racism again, because that's what they're going to do. And I want to disarm them completely. It says 80% of Black people don't support Trump or Republicans. Black people now shocked that Trump doesn't have any Black people appointed to his cabinet in the first 2 effing weeks. And it says Blacks for Trump. This is Bakari Sellers. He is a sellout. And he's got the right last name. Sellers. He sells out. And he's a political commentator. He's usually on CNN. He says, Blacks for Trump. Don't worry. We just want y'all to know you're not qualified. And I am going to post a comment for Mr. Bakari Sellers, because I am sick and tired of the race baiting. We need to make America great again based on qualifications. This person, not one Black man or woman on his cabinet, and an ultra pro-Israel National Security Council. You Black men and pro-Palestinians for Trump voters got absolutely finessed. Hope this teaches you a valuable lesson, you goofs. And, that's what they're saying right now. And so they're going to make a big deal about this. It says... that's a joke right there. That's a total joke. But this is all over about how there's just no Black people on his cabinet right now. And I'm going to listen to this content creator right here, see what he has to say.
I want to say, hey, shout out to Alex Cole for this content, right? I've been seeing a lot of Black people, Black Democrats specifically, trying to troll, saying, oh, where the Black people are at in Trump's cabinet. Oh, Blacks for Trump is only on a t-shirt but can't be on his cabinet. What's so funny? And why I love this right side of politics? Because the conservative and Trump supporting Black people, we don't care about Black people being in Trump's cabinet
at all.
You can't troll us about Black people not being in his cabinet. We don't care. Right? What we care about is, are these people that Trump picked going to do the things that we voted for him to do? Are they going to push Trump's agenda? Are they going to make gas cheaper? Are they going to make eggs cheaper, groceries cheaper? Are they going to get us out of war? Are they going to lessen the amount of taxes we have to pay? Are they going to fix the economy? These are the things that we voted for Trump for. We didn't vote for him because of identity politics, right? We don't want any DEI hires. See, that's more of let me explain this to you. That's more of a Democrat thing. That's your side. Your side believes that they need representation, right? Oh, we voted for this man or this woman, so now we need them to put someone who looks like us in positions of power just for representation. We don't care if the man is good at the job. We don't care if they bad at the job. We don't care if they lying to us. We don't care about any of that, right? That's why you voted for Kamala Harris. We care about, do we have representation?
And I was just thinking that right before he said it, I literally was thinking, Okay, that's what Kamala Harris is. She is the proverbial DEI hire. She has like a resume that looks good, DA of San Francisco, AG, Attorney General, Senator. But when you look what she did while she was in those roles and allegedly how she got those roles, you know what they say, heels up Harris. I'm just saying, allegedly, she did some things to get there, allegedly. So that even though the titles look good, but what she did in those titles, not so good. But it seems like, and there's a clip that I don't think I'll be able to add to this one, but there was a clip on one of the shows. It might have been Roland Martin. I want to say it was the Roland Martin show, but there was a Black lady who said her, along with other Black women, came to Joe Biden. I call him Jim Crow Joe Biden, and said, we want you to pick a Black woman from this list. You got to pick somebody from this list. And he chose Kamala Harris, the person that's actually not Black. Woo, isn't that something? Isn't that ironic? Don't you see? Isn't that ironic? But yeah, he actually picked the least Black person, and she's not qualified. I mean, there are plenty of Black people he could have picked. They're smarter, sharper, and all of that, but it's a Democrat. I wouldn't vote. I don't care who they put up as a Democrat. They could put up, somebody as good as Mother Teresa. I still wouldn't vote Democrat. That's just how I feel about it. That's just my opinion. But she is a DEI hire. A group of women had to come and basically threaten Joe Biden, according to what this woman said, allegedly, that she and a group of Black women came to Joe Biden and said, you got to pick a Black woman for your vice president, period. And then he picked the one that's actually not Black, but just says she is, allegedly. Yeah, so we care more about tokenism rather than someone who can actually deliver results. And the person who Joe Biden picked, is the one that's carrying out disastrous policies, which she did while she was in California. This is what I'm talking about. No good policies, no good anything, just somebody who can say they Black. That's it. That's all Black people care about. That's why we're in the positions that we're in. We keep getting these Black Democrats. It's not the fact that the people are Black. That's not the problem. It's the fact that they're Democrats. Really, that's the problem over these major cities. Remember, I told y'all over these major cities, they have Democrats. And it doesn't matter what they look like. They're not going to do anything to benefit anyone. They're going to fill their pockets. That's what they do. They literally get paid to do nothing. And they put Black people over these cities because, especially when the city is primarily Black, so that those voters can just vote for, because they know we all emotional about color and that's our God. Some of us, not me personally, that we're going to vote for the Black person. And then and that Black person is up there paid to do nothing. And they're the sellouts.
You know how many Black people, when you ask them why they voted for Kamala Harris, they didn't say anything that she was going to do. They said, oh, because she's a Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? Is that the only reason you voted? Is that the main reason you're voting for her? And I would say yes, because that's the first thing you brought up. Right? We as Black people, we have to get out of this. We need to be in positions of representation. We need people in our communities, but also running this country, who are going to do the things that are better for our families. The same things that are good for white families are the same things that's good for Black families. We both have the same issues in America that we need fixing. We both don't want to go to war, right? We both don't believe in giving billions and billions of dollars of funding to other countries when there's Americans here that need that money. And you know what's so funny? You said, where are the Black people at? I see a Black person. His name is Vivek Ramaswamy, right? If y'all gonna claim Kamala Harris is a Black woman, even though she's an Indian, hey, then, like this tweet say, hey, we get Vivek Ramaswamy. He got his Black card now. That's a Black man right there. If we're gonna go by the same rules that y'all going by, hey, he a Black guy. So there.
That's good. I hadn't thought about that. I haven't thought about that. That's really good, because Kamala Harris is Indian and Irish. So if you're going to go by that, then Vivek, hey, he Black too. He does have a Black person. What you talking about? His name is Vivek Ramaswamy. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to put that on I'm going to post it. Okay, you guys say that there are no Black people. What's wrong with you? Vivek is right there. Yes, I'm going to do it, guys. But I just wanted to share this information with you because people who are on the right side of things, we just want things to be done that are better for our communities because we all want the same things. And if you get a black person that's a Democrat, you're not going to get anything, but you get that representation. Ooh, they the first this, but the prices are still high and we're in wars, proxy wars. So what good is that? That makes no sense to vote for that. But then you got someone who's white, who is actually working for you, for everybody, not some people. I'm talking about all Americans. That would actually be better. Come on, let's use some common sense, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe. Also, I am on Locals. Check me out on Locals for more exclusive free speech content. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.